It's Ron Goodall from FightHype.com. I'm here with the WBO featherweight champion of the world, Shakur Stevenson. How's it going?
It's all good. It's chilling.
You know, you told me a little bit off the call that you're out in Virginia right now during the coronavirus. Is everything all good?
Yeah, everything is good. I'm just sitting back chilling and stuff. Ain't really nothing to do. So
Now, I do have to start this out. You know, bringing up my buddy Mike on sports. He called me pretty late at night. He said, "Yo, I got my guy Javier, and we're gonna play some Madden. We're gonna play some
yeah,
Madden on some PlayStation." And he threw me in the PlayStation call, and it was Javi was like, "Yo, I'm gonna take $500 off of Shakur Stevenson. It's gonna be easy Madden match. You know, it's gonna be real easy." And you picked the Kansas Chiefs, and he picked San Francisco. And
yeah.
what happened?
Blew 'em out.
Is that what you've been doing this whole time in the quarantine? Just playing some Madden, just relaxing on the PlayStation?
Yeah, I've been playing Madden and 2K. I'm good at both games. So anybody that want to play, all you gotta do is hit my Instagram and let me know.
Have you
So
have you lost any matches or anything throughout? You know, I know these $500 bets are pretty pricey, man.
yeah, nah, I ain't lose. I've been winning every game. I ain't lose a game yet. So
Which one would you say you're better at, Madden or 2K? Just for the fans, heads up, they know.
might be 2K, might be not. It's hard. It's hard. I'm good at both.
Now the one match that I never got to hear or see that you got to play against was your boy Boots, Jerron Ennis. After his game, he
Yeah,
said
I
that.
ain't never get to play him yet, but we was talking about playing each other. So I'm gonna reach out to him after this call too.
Yeah, he's been posting heavy on his social media too, all the Madden whoopings and stuff. So I think that
Yeah, I
fans.
think he been only posting when he winning because I seen some of them guys post him too.
Mm.
Yeah,
so we there's no videos or no pictures of Shakur losing. Just
nah, not at all. They can't get me.
now, sure enough, obviously nothing beats fighting itself. I know all the Madden and everything's been great, but last time we spoke, we were in the Epic Center of New York. The whole coronavirus, and you were gonna have your first title defense against Miguel Mariaga. Just kind of recapping, just how and when did you find out it was canceled, and just what was going through.
I found out like 2 days before the fight, the day before the weigh-in. I was cutting my weight actually when I found out. So um, they called me. They say the fight canceled. Stop doing what you're doing. You don't gotta make weight no more. And I was really like I was mad. To be honest with you, I was mad at the fact that I did a whole training camp and I basically was finding out that I wasn't fighting and I wasn't getting paid either. So it kind of got me mad at that also. So that whole situation just had me heated.
And seeing that Miguel Mariaga's fought a lot of great champions, and this was a great way for you to showcase against the performance of like Lomachenko and Nicholas Waters and other great fighters that faced him. Do you think that you guys would still face each other in the future after all this, or is just kind of a lost opportunity amongst each other?
Probably we'll probably still face each other if he want to do it at 130. But if I can get any of the bigger names in there, I probably just take that anyway. So we'll see. I'm going at the 130 if Josh Warrington is going through with that. You can fight.
Yeah, and seeing that you became a champion at such a young age, now you're dealing with the politics at a very young age now. And sure enough, the Josh Warrington fight, you've been very vocal every time I've talked to you, and you recently did an interview stating that that it doesn't make sense as the fight Kanzu opposed to you, that you're the bigger name, you hold a title of higher value, and you're the undefeated fighter in that sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So going with that, do you realistically think the fight will ever just get made just because of that?
Nah, I think that like Eddie Hearn, he's smart promoter, and he got a probably good team around him. They probably tell him Kenju or whatever his name is, you can. I don't know the dude's name, but they telling him that he's probably the smarter fight to go after when. Me, I'm like a harder fight. It's like you getting in a fight that's it's a way harder fight than the Kenju's fight. So I think that he's taking a smarter route. Kenju, I think it's a smarter route for him, but for the fans, I think that it's dumb because me and him been talking about fighting each other for like since I was like 8-0, and now it's like he ain't even trying to chase after me no more. It's like he's saying all these other champions, and me and him been in the talks and all that. So I guess that's some of the fans I look at for Josh Warrington. But from my part, on my end, I ain't duck nobody, I ain't dodge nobody. I told them several times I go fight in March and come right back in May and fight. And now nobody got no dates. Our first fight back could be against each other, but they choosing to do something else. So that's on them.
And seeing the fact that like you were so close of about to fight in a couple of days between that point, how
Yeah.
you staying I guess active or just staying in fight shape, just assuming the fact that you want to be ready to jump out once everything clears up.
Honestly, I ain't even get the chance to be training like that. But this week I'm gonna be back, and Everlast about to send me a lot of equipment and stuff like that. So I'm about to get right back to. I just ordered a treadmill too, so I'm about to get back where I'm supposed to be at.
So the fans are definitely not gonna be disappointed when you come back, and you've always been vocal on just the people that you always wanted to fight. You always wanted to take the tough route, never the easy route.
Yeah.
I know even when you wanted to fight for your title, you were pleading Oscar Valdez, please don't move up. Just take this fight with me, and we can get this going. And it just seems that these fights just don't get made. Does that fight with Oscar Valdez still interest you if you do move up in that weight? Seeing the fact that
Yeah, for sure. That definitely a fight that I definitely want to look into. We both are top rank. We still got unfinished business from him being a champ and vacating his belt and going up to 130 and not fighting me when I was the mandatory. So we got unfinished business that we got settled. I think that that fight made perfect sense for me. But honestly, like I'm the type of person. All the fights I want, like, really gotta make sense. Like, if Tank and Leo don't fight, I would love to fight Leo Santa Cruz. Like, I think that'd be a big fight. I'll fight him in LA or wherever you want to fight at. See, like, them the type of fights that I really want. I think them be big fights for the sport and stuff like that. So.
And seeing the fact that I spoke with your friend Jamel, the other WBO champion over there. I kind of made a joke that you guys have to draw straws in a sense of who you guys want to face. You mentioned he wanted to face Leo also and things like that. How do you guys, if you move in 130, work out what opponents and stuff? Do you guys even chat about it, or just who gets them?
And listen, like this, I don't know nothing about that. I'm gonna just say, I'm willing to fight anybody. It don't matter who the person is. I'm willing to fight anybody. Champion. If you're not a champion, you got a big name. I'm willing to fight you. I'm coming to 130, and I want the biggest names, and I want to get prepared for prepare myself for bigger names too. Whenever I get in a bigger fight, so I don't know. I ain't really, like, you feel me? We ain't had no conversation, nothing like that. But it ain't really matter to me.
And seeing before you go up, there's always going to be narratives. People are always going to create something. You clarified you wanted the bigger names, and you've specified for months and months. Obviously, you have a top-ranked fighter, Michael Conlan, who's going to fight in your undercard. He's ranked number 1.
Nah, he wasn't even on my undercard. He had a whole separate card.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's on a different date. You guys had the press
Yeah,
conference.
the week of we had a Tuesday fight. I fought Saturday.
Would that be something that interests you before you go up, seeing that he does have a big following overseas, and or do you think that they're kind of waiting until you leave to kind of go for that belt?
I think that they gonna wait until I leave to go for that belt. I think that I don't think like that they want to fight me, but I'll be interested in that fight. But I don't think right now they think it's the time. I just seen an interview him saying that he don't care what Shakur thinks. He moving on his time frame and his management team. They got a set line date for every move that they making and stuff like that. So I don't. They asked him a question about fighting me. I guess he came up with that answer. So I don't think that they really looking for any type of fight. But if it was presented to me, I say yes. I actually was asking them for my last fight. Could I fight him?
What they say?
My last fight, I was asking them could I fight him, and I got a bunch of different answers. Like I ain't really get no specific answer. Like the answer I really wanted was yes, because they kept saying they was putting us on two separate cards, and I'm like, he number one in my for my WBO. Like he gonna be the mandatory anyway, so why not just make me and him fight now? There was a whole bunch of different answers. Like I couldn't really get a specific answer.
Was it? It was never like a money thing though, right? It was just like timing. I mean, it can't be timing because you guys essentially fought on the same weight gets, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I think that I can't say it. Like he thugging me or he don't want to fight because I doubt they even asked him that question. Like I doubt that even came up, but I know for a fact my last fight before the in like January times, like I was asking about because I heard we was fighting around the same time.
And just kind of just going back to you stating heavily that you're moving up in weight. There's obviously politics across the pond and different things like that. Like for example, like a Jojo Diaz fight, fans probably want to see you, face him. Is that a fight that interests you? And do you think these fights can get made just because, all the different cross promotions?
Nah, that's a fight that definitely could interest me. I got a lot of respect for him. I like him as a fighter and a person, so I be talking with him a lot too. But yeah, that fight is a fight that interests me. I told you I ain't really got no. Feel me? We ain't friends. I ain't no type of person that if I'm cool with you, I don't want to fight you. I mean, I still fight dudes, so that's a fight that interests me. But honestly, I really want to chase the. I told you if Tank don't get that Leo fight, I want Leo. I want Leo because Leo said my last fight I was gonna lose.
Really?
Yeah, he said my last fight he thought I was gonna lose.
And why? Just simply because the fact that
he said he sparred the kid I fought. And he said he was really good and stuff like that.
And obviously, the case you made it look real easy over the course of 12 rounds and things like that. So So do you think Leo will want to face you in the sense that he hasn't really, I guess, taken some of the fights that some of the fans have wanted to see?
I know. I heard with the Gary Russell thing, but I mean, if I say the right stuff, I think I'll get him in the ring. It's about the way I'm talking. I feel like if I say the right stuff about him, and if I can get under his skin a little bit, I can get him in the ring. And I just got to see him. I don't really get to see him. I don't never see him at no events.
And I'm sure him as a fighter wants, no fighter ever ducks a fighter, in a sense, because that's what you guys want to do. You want to fight. Do you think that after this whole coronavirus thing, that Top Rank would work with PBC after seeing what Deontay Wilder and Fury was able to accomplish?
Yeah, I think that if the fighters, like, if they want to fight, if they both willing to fight each other, I think that them fights will be made easy. I think that if I go to Bob Aaron or whoever at Top Rank and say, I went Santa Cruz, and Santa Cruz also stated to Al Heyman or whoever. I think that's a fight that could be done.
Do you think that a fight like that would be a cross promoted fight that needs to be completed, just kind of like how they did, ESPN Top Rank, or would Bob be able to bring it?
You said what?
Do you think it would have to be like a cross promoted fight where it's like Top Rank, PBC join forces together, or would it be able to go on like an ESPN?
Maybe. Or it could go on what Al Heyman. What they got? Showtime, PBC.
Yeah, PBC does Showtime.
They go there, or they go to ESPN. It's up for grabs. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that type of fight, if that's how they want to do it, I wouldn't mind like going over to what they do and going over their stuff and beat him up right there. Either way, we still fighting. So
he says, I think he wants to go to 135. Is that the case?
He want to go to 135.
Or no, the Tank fight would be at 130. I think they were going back and forth between 130 and 130.
The thing is, could Tank make 130?
Yeah, that's the interesting thing. You guys are growing, so I don't know.
I was about to say, because it seemed like he was like a little struggle with 35.
So the fight would have to be at 135 then if Leo fought Tank, right?
And Leo ain't going to 35. He fought one fight at 30. And he is small 130 pounder. It ain't like he can make. If he go to 135, he's crazy. That's all I'm saying.
Would you ever go to 135? I know a lot of the guys out there, you came up with amateurs and sparred some and stuff like.
Yeah, but I'm like, my body is smaller than there, so only thing is when I get to 135, they probably gonna be at 140, 147. So.
Mm-hmm.